trick after trick of this fat ass and Lily.
I didn't plan for that, all right?
Episode 3 of The Wolf Among Us wastes little time. There are very few ponderous moments, and almost every scene contains plenty of tense interaction. It's fast-paced and harrowing, but it offers little resolution. In many ways, the situation is the same at the beginning of the episode as it is at the end, making A Crooked Mile entertaining, but not especially satisfying.
I want a drink. Anybody else want a drink?
Out of the episodes released thus far, A Crooked Mile has the strongest beginning. To avoid spoiling things, let's just say the situation immediately goes from bad to worse, and within minutes, characters are getting shot at left and right. Games rarely captivate so quickly, and Episode 3 has your full attention before the opening credits roll. Things rarely lull from there. The point-and-click investigations of the past return, but are reduced to their shortest possible incarnations. You won't need to hunt for a specific item longer than a few minutes, which keeps the focus on the series' strengths, namely interactions and intrigue.
Holly,
He wasn't fucking invited.
There are a few new characters tied up in the heavier aspects of the plot, but a lanky green-capped janitor offers some much-needed reprieve. Flycatcher is one of the best characters in the series to date, if only because he's so different from everyone else. Almost the entire cast is conniving, depressed, or just generally scummy, but Flycatcher has an air of optimism that makes him endearing. While he isn't yet essential to the main plot, his brief interactions with Bigby are among the most subtle and memorable in the episode. Flycatcher is a well-liked character in the comics, and Telltale's adaptation of him is certainly commendable.
Oh, I'm gonna get fired.
While there's a lot of good in Episode 3, it's hard to shake the feeling that the series is spinning its wheels. Bigby's hunt has little consequence, and the ending only sets up another, even more enigmatic goose chase for Episode 4. We appreciate Telltale keeping the carrot on the stick, but there's a difference between enticing and meandering.
I keep thinking back. I keep replaying moments in my head.
The Walking Dead has always made its episodes feel like both individual stories and pieces of a greater whole, but The Wolf Among Us is so shrouded in vagueness at this point that it's hard getting excited about what's coming next. The lack of development would matter less if we were learning a lot about the world, but Episode 3 revisits many of the exact same locations seen in Episodes 1 and 2. Yet again, you'll wind up in Ichabod's office, Holly's bar, and Georgie's strip joint. Treading a lot of familiar ground dampens the mystery that made these areas so appealing in the first place. New locales would be nice, but at least the choices are interesting. Early on, Bigby has 3 leads he needs to investigate and can choose in the order he wants to pursue them. Depending on what you choose, you'll get a slightly different skew of the world, and while major events don't change, this variation adds a lot. We recommend playing through at least twice to see the effects. While we wanted more answers, Episode 3 of The Wolf Among Us is a thrilling ride. The plotting pace of Episode 2 is replaced in favor of far more drama and action.
Stop this shit right now.
Though the series has yet to recapture the magic of the first episode, The Wolf Among Us still offers a grim fairy tale world worth getting lost in.
Thanks for tonight, by the way.